Okay, welcome to the Vaal Thursday. Betway waited to win. I hope you're all in good spirits and everything in good order. This is not an easy as a card as what Daryl made out for Tuesday. He was in great form and most of those horses that he liked won. Thursday, perhaps a little more tricky, but we'll get the insight from him in a moment. 069 164 3272. 069 164 3272. That's the number to send your name and ID. There's the scan that you can scan away and open your Betway account if you haven't already done so. Come on along, be part of the Betway family. There's Blue Voucher, the best way to get involved, the easy way to top up, to deposit and to pay. Right, the early market, we're doing this Wednesday morning, 16 to 10 about Tony Peters, horse number 8, Like a Prayer. We're in the hands of the work riders. Good to see them in action. 4, Highveld Storm, the second choice at 22 to 10. 3, Oklahoma Twister, 7 to 1. 7 to 1 about number 10, the baby Ginger Jam. And then you can get 10 to 1 about Ibrahim Khan's Mizzen Sword. And after that, it's 14 to 1. And better about the balance. It's bipod time. Here's Daryl Murray. Well done, Tuesday.
How are you, Clyde?
Well, I'm all the better for seeing you after Tuesday.
No, it wasn't a good day.
Why? You won the first race you punted.
Yeah,
the first winner, what was it called again? Remind me.
How did
and the last race winner you punted. So what are you talking about? Was it a good day?
Ran shockingly. Clyde, first things first, did you see that article written about what punters want?
Yes, I read that.
And they complain that the presenters and the tipsters are flogging the screen with selections and they want peace and quiet closer to race time.
Who said that? Sorry, who?
I don't know, some of the
viewers,
posters,
the comments. Okay.
But you know what do punters ultimately want? What do they want? They want horse racing.
They want winners.
How do we sustain the industry without giving selections and trying our utmost for people to have a bet on the tote to sustain the industry? How's the industry survive?
I think in today's time, there are some punters that don't need anyone's advice. To be honest, they study themselves.
Yes.
But I think the majority, by large majority, just don't have the time to study anymore, and they do depend on somebody like you to guide them. I think that's imperative.
I'm not here to get a pat on the back, Clyde. I've been in this game for many years.
No, but
whether I get it right or wrong makes no difference.
They do depend on somebody like you. But large majority, because they don't have it. Today's too busy. There's no. Elon Musk has stated, there's no more time. You need to make it as convenient for the consumer as possible today.
Well, what I do want to say to those viewers who don't want to listen to us, number one, there's a mute button, and number two, Racing Today has got a clean feed, right? Where there's no graphics.
You don't have to see
They can put the clean feed on and put the volume down. They don't have to see or hear anybody.
Thank you, Mr. Murray. I appreciate that. Now, what are we doing in the bipods?
Okay, Clyde, the opening leg of the bipod, we've got numbers 3, 4, and 8. Oklahoma Twister, he's nearing getting it right. I like the fact that he's coming back in trip, and you know me and Tom Lukela in his work rider events, Clyde. Then Highland Storm, Tsapisa, Matsuele from a gun draw, third run after arrest. It looks like a great race for him. And then the filly, a little bit skeptical with regards to her form line, but in her favor, she's got Penicilla. She gets the sex allowance and she's got a great draw. She's got natural pace and she should be thereabouts. I should double up in the opening leg, Clyde.
Okay, let's take a look at that bipod quickly. It's a start at first race at the Vaal on Thursday. He runs at 25 past 12. And you can see it's a trickier card. They're the numbers and that's your cost. Second race, welcome back everybody. This is a maiden class field. We're going over 2,000 meters. There's 7 of them in here, so it'll be interesting to see what the pace is all about this race. Early on Wednesday morning, the market had these horses top of the boards, 11 to 10 about Paul Matchett's number 3, She's Everything. 4, Instant Attraction for Craig Mayhew, it's 15 to 10. And Paul's got another one. In fact, he's got another couple in here, like 5 Lunar Rainbow, who's priced up 33 to 10. And the other one he's got is that horse Q for Love, but that's in double figures. It's 16 to 1. Blue Voucher, the easy way to top up, deposit and pay. That's on your screen. Hopefully you guys have been doing that. So She's Everything. Hard to beat with Paul Matchett being in great form at the moment. Or what do you say? The other one?
Not hard to beat.
One of those two.
Definitely not hard to beat because there's absolutely nothing separating herself and Instant Connection or Attraction. Sorry, Clyde. Now, Instant Attraction is ridden by Ryan Munger. How great is Ryan riding currently? she's got the draw in her favour.
Always been a good rider, Ryan Munga. I mean, yeah, and I think he's come on quite a
Yeah.
bit since he's travelled
International
and been in
experiences
Canada.
even brought him on.
Does, eh?
Yeah, he's
I
riding
like him.
extremely well. In She's Everything's favour, she's having a peak run. So once again, nothing to separate the two of them. If you go back to the Calico run, or Calico run, Lunar Rainbow is well held. So I expect numbers 3 and 4 to dominate.
Okay, She's Everything and Instant Attraction. Those are the two place accumulators. Here's a look at our first leg of the PA. We're bankering the 4 Instant Attraction in PA, should be good enough. And then we've got horses every leg thereafter at a 144 Rand cost. So this is over 1,500 metres. They go around the turn here. It's a maiden class field. Note that both numbers 5 and 6 have been taken out. They're not going to be running. Leaves you with 7 horses in the races. The 5 and 6 are now out. In terms of the market, early Wednesday morning, we got this horse top of the boards in the running of the third, and that's number 2, Spy Story. Was happy to see St. John Grey stable have a winner on Tuesday, and they priced up 22 to 10. 5 to 2 about Lucky Udalakis is 3, Chariot of Fire. Sean Terry's got number 7, Page Boy, also priced up 5 to 2 Wednesday morning. And Tony Peters got the 9, The Ultimate King, who's priced up at 4 to 1. After that, you can get 12 to 1 and better about the balance. Okay, Daryl, it's a pick 6, so we need some of your help here.
Yeah, I'm playing against the grain here. Spy Story's having his 18th start. Listen, he could get it right, Clyde, but he's more exposed, isn't he? Or is the most exposed. Chariot of Fire, what exactly has he shown today that can give you much confidence? Not much. Finished second last time out.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm glad to see from good to great that you had Pennsylvania, Karoo Gold. That was quite some time ago, September 24, but they both came out and won.
So
form's not too bad.
I love the look of number 7 over here, Page Boy.
Okay.
Look who he's by. He's by Flower Alley, and his dam Fiorella, Clyde. She won the Grade 2 Fillies Guineas over a mile. So here's a horse that was having his first run after a gelding last time out, got left 4 lengths and was only beaten 6 lengths, and he stayed on all the way to the line. He's now going to strip fitter. You know, a few weeks back, Striker won on Lawrence Werner's horse, and he says, "What's happening, Lawrence? You've gone cold on me. Give me some more rides." And yeah, Mr. Werner's has thrown Striker a bone with some meat on it. So strip fitter, stepping up in trip. He's going to love it. Found the right field to get it right, in my opinion. I've backed him up with number 9, The Ultimate King. Now, he showed absolutely nothing on debut. But take note, he didn't break slow whatsoever. He broke well, and then Chase was going to find himself wide. So he opted to ease back on him. And in the sticky going, he didn't quite quicken. He just stayed on one pace. It wasn't a bad effort whatsoever. It looks worse on paper than what it actually was, Clyde. Gavin, on a quicker surface, I think from a neater draw, he'll get into a good position. And I believe Page Boy and the Ultimate King have got the most scope for improvement. Listen, Chariot of Fire is only having his 4th start, but I don't quite get the confidence. I lack confidence in his chances. Last time out, he was also suspended for bleeding, which gives me a little bit of a reservation. So for me, I'm having a bet on Page Boy.
Yep.
And I'll make the Ultimate King the danger.
So you're having a bet, Page Boy. Are you taking the 5 to 2?
Yes.
Okay. Page Boy, the one to beat. The Ultimate King, the danger. There's our pick 6, 7, 9, by 178, by 237. By all of those horses, 1 through 10, by 5, 8, 13, by 2 and 5. On to race number 4. It's a jackpot opportunity for you guys out there. Let's get straight into it. It's a maiden class field, 1,500 metres. They'll stay over that trip. In this race, there are 9 of them that are going to go to the gate. And let's take a look at the early morning, Wednesday morning market. 3 to 1 the field, and that's Sean Terry's number 8, Flight Light, tops the boards, 3 to 1. 4 to 1 about number 2, Matazio. That's David Nivenazen's baby, 4 to 1, first timer. 7, Aurora Green for Michael Azzi and Adam Azzi, 4 to 1. And 5 to 1 about number 1, Ghostbuster. 11 to 2, the next one, that's Erica Verdeni's Ghostbuster. And St. John Grey's got number 3, Intro, and that's priced up at 11 to 2. There are more single numbers. There's one more. It's 7 to 1 about David Nivenazen's other one, number 5, Give Me a Green Card. Open?
You know, Clyde, I've actually been waiting for Mr. Terry's filly to run again.
Ah, okay.
Because pull up her latest replay and just watch that last 200 meters while I chat away. You'll see in the latter stages she was staying on stoutly. In the early stages of that race, she was taken back and she found herself out of her ground. She stayed on all the way to the line. We know she's bred in the purple. Will they adopt similar tactics this time around and give her a chance? Or will Craig Zaki decide to push forward on this occasion? If they push forward with her in this sort of lineup, I think she'll fight it out. Excuse me, Clyde. In saying that, have a look who finished just ahead of her in that race, right? Or just alongside her, is Gimme a Green Card. Now, Gavin rode Gimme a Green Card last time out, and he's opted to jump aboard the unraced Matiazo, number 2, a 4-year-old Silvano filly, also trained by David. Unfortunately, there's no comment in the front of the book with regards to her chances, but if Gavin Reed had the choice of rides, she could be better than Flight Light. But she could also be green, Clyde, and she's a 4-year-old. So I'm a little bit nervous that she's debuting at
Over
the
that
age
sort
of
of
4.
distance, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
And fifth, not easy. Yeah, I looked at the rerun Flight Light.
Yeah, staying on.
Sure.
Now, number 1, Ghostbuster, was also returning from a rest last time out. She moved up to her stage and just stayed on late. She finished well clear of the balance of the field. I've included her. And number 7, Aurora Green. Her dam was an out-and-out sprinter, but if you watch her replay of her debut effort, she came out slow. She showed no pace whatsoever. She was actually detached, and she was staying on in the latter stages. She's got a lot of scope for improvement. But if I could have a bet in running, and I saw Flight Light push forward and put herself in the race this time round, I think she'll take all the beating.
Okay. Yep, that last rerun was a very good one to watch. Flight Light, the 1-2-7-8 in the jackpots in the first leg. Here's a handicap over the girls now for the girls, and they go 1,800 metres in this particular event. And an interesting race. There'll be a few with chances. Yes, stables are in good form, like Roy Magna's come well again. I mean, well, he's been in good form for quite a while. Paul Matchett's having a lot of winners. Mike the Cock is... You're paying attention to the Mike the Cock stable now, and there are a few that can win you. Let's have a look at the early Wednesday morning market, where number 2, Rani of Couture, topped the boards at 5-2. 7, Catazora, the second favourite, priced up at 7-2. And then you can get 4-1 about number 5, DeMarco's Jet, and then 5-1 about the 3, Alan B. A few with chances.
Yeah, I've gone 3 numbers here, 2, 3, and 7. Touch on number 2, Rani of Couture. This is a lovely filly, Clyde. Needed a comeback effort in her penultimate start. She flashed up late. Then last time out, she set the record straight and she won convincingly. At the 400-meter mark, she was cruising and she put them to bed.
Yeah.
That form line's been franked. Had's Queen won a wonderful race next time out.
Correct.
She's having her peak run. She's on the upgrade. Colours are good for us, or lucky for us. So, yes, strong winning chance. Number 2, Rani of Couture. Number 3, LMB. Held on paper, Clyde. Only 1.5 kilos better off. But Rani of Couture snuck down the inside and she came to the middle of the track last time out. I don't think she really got luck in running. I'd like to see her closer to the inside running rail. We saw with Striker one day, she was desperately unlucky. I think there's a possibility that she can reverse that form. I know she's a 5-year-old, but a little bit of luck in running. I could see not much separating the two of them once again. Caddy Zora interests me. Now, last time out, they opted to give her a chance. She proved a little bit one-paced, never got there in time. This time around with 52 to shoulder, and with Michael de Kock stable firing as they are on the half vault, I'm hoping they make use of her, allow her to stride up front, and I can see her reversing the form with Rani of Couture, who finished 0.5 kilogram ahead of her on the Mount Etna run, and this time around, Caddy Zora is 5.5 kilograms better off. So on paper, one has to lean towards number 7, Caddy Zora, ahead of number 2, Rani of Couture, but Rani of Couture's progressing nicely. So let's see how it goes. I've gone 2, 3, and 7.
Okay, interesting race. There are a few, as we previously stated, and the likes of Rani of Couture, Allenby, and Cadazora are likely to fight out the first leg of the second jackpot. On to race number 6, everybody. Again, we're with the fillies and mares. That's a divided handicap this time, and it stays over the 1800. Note that the 2 is out, so she's not going to be running. That leaves you with a field of 9 horses that are going to the gate. Let's take a look at what the story is on this Wednesday morning, where number 5, Free in Seattle, for St. John Grey, is the favourite at 2-1. Muzi Yeni's riding. 7-2 about number 4, Sensoria, as the second favourite. 9-2 the one, Ancient Wisdom. And then 5-1 about number 10 on the card. That's a Cartagena at 5-1. You can get 7-1 and better about the balance. Open?
Very open. In my jackpot and my pick 6, I went the field. So I'm looking for a roughie. Number 1, Clyde, Tony Peter has always said, since her debut effort, she wasn't quite reproducing what she was showing him at the track on the course itself. Then last time out with the blinkers, she thrashed the opposition. Form line hasn't lit up whatsoever, but you can only beat them. And she beat them convincingly. Let's see how she goes. She's a type of filly that could certainly have benefited from the time off the track. I don't know her well-being or her fitness levels, but wouldn't shock me. Then number 4, Sensoria. Start to finish last time out. Her dam, 1/2000, bar One World out of a stain, was a dam with stamina. I think she's going to appreciate being stepped up in trip. She's got that early pace. If Cabello can just hold her together, which he did when winning on her in the past, I think she could be a factor over here. She's better than her recent form, and last time out she proved that. But if you have a look at that run, in that race was Great Barrier, and Great Barrier was only beaten 2 3/4 lengths. Now, Great Barrier disappointed last time out, but on paper, in her penultimate start, she's 4 kilograms better off with Sensoria. So on paper, she has to be included. However, the horse I'm leaning towards as a horse to fill the money of here, or run into the money, is number 9, Whistle Down. Now, she holds Great Barrier on the Palace Dancer run. She's having her peak run, well drawn, come down in the ratings. I think at around about, what price is he? 16-1?
Yeah, 16.
A small win bet and a few places on number 9, Whistle Down. But this is a field event, Clyde.
Okay, well, there's a bit of a shooty. Whistle Down at a good price. 16-1 Wednesday morning, and to feature in the first 3, 5-2. But it's an open race, you heard, Daryl. Anything can win. Let's move on now. We're looking at race number 7. This 4-1 the field, open race. There are lots in here that can win, and one of them is Brett and James Crawford's horse, the 13 horse Fastnet filly, who tops the boards at 4-1. But there are a number of others, like Chieftain, for example, for Johan Janssen Fafira, number 3, who's 9-2. 9-2 about Stewie Pettigrew's 12, Sutherland, and 5-1 here about number 8, Edward Rye. 6-1, there's one more to make reference to, Baron Boertz's Night Bomber, and then you can get 8-1 and better about the balance. Another tricky race?
It is.
Yeah.
Nah, the filly, the bottom weight, Clyde. Fastnet filly, she's in great form. They tried her last time out over 14.50. And prior to that race, they said to the public she's going to be ridden patiently. And they tried to give her a chance. Going through the 400, she had nowhere to go.
Yes.
She had a wall of horses in front of her. She switched out, and by that time, the race was done and dusted. She flashed up late. She picked up a half a kilogram penalty for that race, for running second on that occasion. She's better than her current rating. She does come into this race half a kilogram under sufferance, but she's better than her current rating. And I like the fact that they're coming back in trip with her, and there's a lot of pace in this race. You've got the likes of Chieftain that can go forward after the rain, Midnight Gem. So I think she'll get a nice running transit. That's number 13, Fastnet filly. Now, Edward Rye, he's got the best draw. He's got the plum draw. This race is around the bend. He's having his peak run now, Clyde. Take note, in his penultimate start, he was returning from close on a year off the track, layoff. He showed a lot of pace and he faded tamely towards the end. Then last time out in his second run after arrest, look who he ran behind. Horse was rated in their hundreds. So he was hopelessly out at the weights on that occasion. Yeah, third run after arrest, back in a handicap, well drawn. He must be a serious contender for winning honours. Number 8, Edward Ra. And then my sneak in the pack, he's not one to rely on. He's number 5, Danilo Danilovic. Last time out, I liked his efforts. 3 runs back, he gave Mount Pilatus weight. We know what Mount Pilatus has come out and done since then. And then in his penultimate start, it was in a pinnacle against Dice. Muzi from a neat draw is going to strip fitter. If there is one to upset the apple cart, it could be number 5.
Danilo. All right, well, it's a 20 to 1 shot, that, and there's some doubles to be had with it too. We've included Danilo Danilovic in the doubles, 5, 8, and 13, and 2 and 5 at the back. All right, the last and final is a handicap 72. We're going them over 1,000 meters here, so quick and easy, hopefully. There are 10 of them that go to the lineup. The turn of the betting on Wednesday morning. The Candace Dawson's got that horse Lonely as a Cloud, and that's top of the boards at 3 to 1. That is number 5 on the card. 9 Pacific for St. John Gray is 9 to 2. That's Cabello Matsanyane's ride. 1 Smith & Wesson is Muzieni's ride is 5 to 1. And the 6 Captain Efficient is trading at 11 to 2. There's one other worth mentioning, the 7 in the Ether, who's priced up at 6, as you can get 7s and better about the balance. You made it I guess it's a tricky race, but there are 2 horses specifically you like, huh?
Yeah, I'm focusing on 2 horses here, Clive, but the race doesn't stop there.
Sure.
Number 1, my pick 6 was already 1,000 Rand. So I had to eliminate a few horses at the back.
Yeah.
On paper, there shouldn't be much separating. I'm just going back to something over here. On paper, there shouldn't be much separating numbers 5, 7, and 9. And they are Lonely as a Cloud, In the Ether, and Pacific. Now, since then, Pacific has had a run. He ran over the weekend at Turfentine, and he finished 2 lengths behind Kamati River into 5th position. However, when they met, it was on a sticky track. And I think a much firmer track this time around. Number 5, Lonely as a Cloud, has got a strong chance of reversing the form. I think he's much better on a quick surface. So I like number 5's chances. But also I'm leaning towards over here, and I think he represents a lot of value, is number 2, Vaal Park. There's a lot of pace on the outside. The likes of Lonely as a Cloud. Who else is drawn towards the outside? Tiger Storm. And one other that I saw. So I think he's a hold-up type of horse. You have to time it to perfection with him. He's got a very short running, Clyde. And strikers sat aboard him twice in the past.
Yeah.
And I think he suits this type of horse.
There he is in the picture now.
Yes, he was behind, I think, the Navy Lock on this occasion, drawn towards the inside. And you can see he quickens up to a point. Looks like he's going to challenge for 3rd position over here. And then just towards the end, he starts to hang towards the inside and the others overhaul him. But like I say, I believe this race is going to pan out perfectly for him. And I love the fact that Grant Maroon and Pierce Stradom reunite. Their strike rate is very impressive. And they mean business, Clyde. So
Sure.
I'm going with the 7 to 1, number 2, Vaal Park.
Okay, well, let's get some of that. The last here at the Vaal. Can Striker deliver for us? The 8th and final.